but you don't know.
All right, yeah, this is actually interesting. This is an interesting aspect. I'm actually excited to try this stuff out. I think that that's one of the things that Mobile Legends lacks relaxes a little bit more depth and
Yeah. I know what you mean. I think that I think there's definitely, well, the thing is, Mobile Legends, it misses some of the depth, but at the same time, it's a fun game, which kind of League is very arcadey too, you know.
I don't know who are some of the main. Okay, what's the main role in is there a main role in League of Legends? I know like in Mobile Legends basically if you get good with a mage you can carry every game. Is it I've heard that League of Legends is more balanced, but what's your thoughts on that?
League of Legends is more balanced for
Okay,
sure.
so
There's champions. Okay, some people would disagree with me and say that it's not, but like basically all the roles are represented in like Challenger. There's people that like Smurf on every role, basically.
yeah.
The only exception I would find would probably be like bot lane. I find that most bot laners will climb with a duo as opposed to playing by themselves, and I think that's just because the role's so unstable. Like if you have a trash support or a trash AD carry, the role just feels shitty. And so I think people just bypass that by bringing a duo along a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I think all the rules are good. They have the potential. It does rely on what champions you pick. Obviously, the tier lists play a huge part. And I'm sure, like with Mobile Legends, I'm sure they've got like tier lists too. But like in order to get crazy win rates, this game, like let's face it, I'm not trying to insult mobile players or anything. I'm just saying that obviously PC, these guys are tryhards, right? Like they're fucking putting in the crazy hours, and they've got the mechanics and the systems and everything. They're tip top. So like you have to pick the best champs pretty much every game, or at least close to meta champs. Like if you want to climb, you
Yeah.
can't pick something. You can't pick. There's certain champions that don't provide any sort of like 1v9 potential. Like if you don't have those types of picks, for example, there's a support right now called Pyke in League of Legends. He'd be an example of a champion that like 1v9s in support. And what he does is he's basically a support with an execute. So he almost plays like an assassin. He's got like a hook, and he's got like a stun and a gap close, and he's just got a bunch of fancy tools. Overloaded kit, basically. Just got a lot of bullshit. If you play Pyke and you're good at Pyke, you're gonna climb like you're gonna win like 70-80% of your games up until you get to like where the big boys are, because it's just the kit is overloaded. But if you try to do that, if you try to carry with something like Sona, who's just like a healing bitch who just kind of floats around, she has no gap close, she heals, and that's a valuable asset, and it can enable people to do well. But she can't do anything to carry the game on her own,
Okay.
right? So it's like a tier list thing. Like Riot's kind of at the beginning, you see some of the champions that they've announced. Like Pyke isn't even going to be in Wild Rift, first of all. Like there's only like 41 champions or something that they've confirmed.
Yeah.
But they do have champions like Sona, like fucking Garen. These like really flat champs that did not age well, in my opinion. So like they have no mobility. Like when I played Mobile Legends, even those champions or heroes or however you call it, they had more mobility like right off the get-go than a lot of the stuff that I see in League, because the original like OG League champions don't have any sort of gap closes and shit. So they kind of get outclassed by the better picks.
Yeah, it is actually similar in Mobile Legends. Some of the older heroes are actually a bit more useless because there are so many more mobile heroes now that they've released in the game.
Yeah, like if you see this Pyke shit, he's one of the more recent ones. Like he stands out in my head as just like a broken, like he's just way overtuned.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look.
He's got way too much going on in his kit, like just way too much. And his execute, they wanted to support. Basically, the role is not really sought after because it's the bitch role, right? But like, if he executes, he gives gold to his team, whoever helped him. That's their gimmick, to make people want to play support, basically.
Yeah.
They basically were like, well, support's bitch role, so if we give this guy a way to pass gold while killing people, then that kind of solves the problem. But Pyke's so busted, in the finals, team tried to play him in mid. Just solo. Yeah, they lost, but like it was a threatening, it was a real pick. It's not like a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't trolling. Yeah.
Yeah, so that just shows you like how crazy he is. But I would argue that probably the most important role in League right now is going to be mid or jungle.
Mid or jungle, okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the same as Mobile Legends, actually.
Yeah, it's because you have more access to like opportunities. But the thing is, like I play top lane when I smurf a lot. I love top lane when I play, like when I'm trying to like boost an account or something.
Yeah.
Like this shit, you just 1v1 somebody and no one wants to go up there because there's nothing up there. And next season that's going to change. But like it's basically been like a meme that top is kind of like a useless role. So like if you win top, you just kind of push all the towers down and you can 1v1 anybody, 1v2 or whatever. It's a really fun role. But like generally I would say if you're like a competitive person or playing at the highest level, yeah, mid and jungle. Because you don't get anything done without your mid and jungle really at the highest level.
Yeah.
Because they're the first to force the big fights. They're the ones to roam. They set all the vision up so you know what the fuck is going on. Like they set the vision for the enemy jungle. Yeah.
So it actually is more similar than Mobile Legends than I thought actually. So that's
cool. Except it's the only difference is now since you have a designated jungle, he has to deal with pathing around, right? Like he has to farm all those camps, and that's a pretty big task.
Yeah.
Because he's got it,
That's a lot. That's definitely a lot harder than Mobile Legends when you have a tank to go and roam for you and protect you while you're doing it.
Yeah, the jungle will be like, he'll be farming. And you have like if you get ganked, he can't just pop in as quickly, as fast as he can in like Mobile Legends.
Yeah.
Like if you're out of position, you're pretty fucked. No one's gonna really help you. You're dead. I don't know how it's gonna go with Wild Rift. I imagine they're gonna try to speed up the process. I don't even know if, I don't know if there's gonna be like a need for a jungler. But I was told by the people that demoed it that they were there was a jungler on both teams.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe Riot designed it that way.
I think that it might be a little bit more similar to Arena of Valor because that had a jungler role as well.
Okay.
And from what I hear, it was the same. Like Tencent also owned Arena of Valor, so.
Yeah, you think they're using a similar build?
Yeah, probably the same like source code or something.
That's cool.
So yeah, and then there's another game called Omniochi Arena.
Okay.
That seems to be pretty similar too. Like Mobile Legends is actually just different from all the other ones. To be honest, Mobile Legends is called the joke game. Like every other community, it's just much more knowledge in every other community because they do have proper jungle roles and stuff like that. Mobile Legends is just different, very different, but similar at the same time. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just tried it out because, I'd heard it was popular, really, and I just wanted to kind of... But I'm going to try all the other ones. Like, I'm going to try this time and summon one because I think that's going to be good.
Yeah. Mobile Legends is definitely popular. It's popular. It's a lot of fun, but it's not like the most... You don't need the most skill to be good at Mobile Legends. You just really need common sense, honestly. Yeah. And that's the one thing that I don't like about it because it's like... I don't know, the teammates that you get just don't have common sense. They're like, you get ganked by 3 or 4 people, they just stand under the tower and try to defend it instead of just bagging up. It's like, you can't take on 4 people. What are you doing standing there trying to defend it? Like,
yeah, you're going to deal with that in League, though.
Oh, they do that in League, too?
Yeah, it's true. It's like, they don't know the concept of, like, sacking. I call it's like sacking a lost objective, So I talk about in like the coaching and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you'll just see a siege coming and they'll have like no wave clear and they'll just like square up on a tower, and they just get melted and die. And you're just like, what? How else was that gonna go, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's true. It's true. That's what they do. It doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, at least with mobile games, the time is shorter.
Yeah.
Like the game time is shorter.
That's exactly why I decided to switch to it. Because I did used to play League for a while, but when you get an idiot on your team, you're stuck with them for like 40 minutes or something, as opposed to like 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes drive me crazy. So I can't even imagine how it was when I was playing League. I didn't take League too serious when I played it. I wasn't too good or anything. So
yeah, I mean it's a good game, but right now the problem is there hasn't really been. I mean, it's my opinion, right? Like there hasn't been a hard reset of the ladder in a long time.
I don't know nobody, so don't ask for no favors. Don't ask for no paper, they leave when you losing. But they coming back later, promise they coming back later. I'm up now, she wanna